Gate 14 podcast, and I'm looking up on my TV right now, and a child is asking Rob Manfred for autographs. What
That's
a
Zach,
weird start to the episode, but
that's Zach Hampel's son.
Avery, how you doing, man? JR's at a wedding party, so people do not roast him in the comment section.
And
He's
no,
doing
he's
God's
not the
work.
one getting married. Not yet.
He's doing God's work. He's with the boys having a good time. So, you know what? He could take a break. He deserves a break.
This time, you give him a pass for this break.
Yeah, it's a wedding party. You got to
Yeah.
tip your cap to guys like that.
No,
All
I'm
right?
good. The Jays stunk.
No, they suck. I'm trying to be optimistic, man. I really am. But watching this week's series, the Jays are, in my opinion, as of right now, nowhere near the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay.
Like talent. No, I'm serious.
Really?
I'm talking bullpen. I'm talking being able to get timely hits. I'm talking like clutch, like at least having a pulse late in the game. Jays didn't show any of that at all. Didn't show any of that at all. And listen, I genuinely can say right now, I am more scared to face the Baltimore Orioles than the New York Yankees in the playoffs. Is that the craziest thing to say? The
No,
Baltimore Orioles, their bullpens and like the Yankees have holes in their bullpen, right? The Orioles they just don't. Like every single guy is a freak in there. Like and Felix Bautista is insane.
he throws that splinker or whatever he calls it at 92, and it's just like, what is this sorcery going on from the bullpen? And then they change his walk-up music to the guy from The Wire whistling, Omar from The Wire whistling, and now they do the light show. That was electric. They're going to love that if they get in during playoff time. But it's crazy to see the turnaround of the Orioles basically started when Adley Rutschman got called up. Like a player who first overall pick, Oregon State as a catcher, and he's really shown that he can do it all. He's probably a top 5 catcher at this point, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, no, I could say that in the AL. I can really say that in the AL, man. But I don't know, dude. This series was a reality check, to say the least, right? Like this series was like, wow. I mean, based on terms of like comparing the Jays to other teams in the AL. And listen, baseball is full of it's full of like ups and downs, roller coaster. Maybe the Jays are on the bottom of the roller coaster right now. They'll get back up soon. I will say it. I don't like the fact that the Orioles are peaking too early, just based off the fact that they're due for an absolute fucking meltdown. So maybe me saying the Jays are ahead of, like, they're better than the Jays is kind of an overreaction, but it's not the craziest thing to say based off of how they've been playing the last like 2-3 months.
I understand what you're saying. The Jays are way better than the Orioles. I don't think it's very close. And again, we got saved by the rain, not getting fully swept in a 3-game series, because the Jays were going to be swept in the 3-game set for sure. There was no way of avoiding it. Barrios was going to throw just turkeys up there. He's going to go 4 innings, give up 6, and we were going to lose 8-1 probably.
The writing was in the sand there.
Yeah,
right.
So we kind of got saved for, hopefully George Springer will be back when they play September 5th or whatever, a doubleheader. That'll be one of the bigger series of the year, hopefully. But
what do you mean they're here next week?
They're replaying that game on September 5th.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's probably when we go back to Baltimore the next time. But we play the Orioles a ton the rest of the season. Like,
that's not great.
No, 20% of the games as of before the series were left against the Orioles, and if they have our number, we're fucked.
It's not great. It really is not fucking great. And I'm gonna say it, man. Like, based off of the Baltimore Orioles farm system, and they still haven't called up Grayson Rodriguez, who I believe just threw off a mound for the first time after his injury. The Baltimore Orioles are going to be a problem for a very, very, very long time. And there's a prospect, Gene Gunderson, I think is his name.
Gunnar Henderson, sorry.
Yeah. He is a fucking menace to society. Like, this dude is going to murder the Toronto Blue Jays.
He's awesome. He's sick. I think he's their number one prospect, or a number one prospect. He's up there. They've got some sick guys. They have like Heston Kjerstad too, who was a sick guy from Arkansas. Obviously Jackson Holiday, first overall pick. They have found a way to do a lot with very little. And it's something that a team that has money like the Blue Jays could kind of learn from. Hey, like, we need to get this analytics department figured out. take chances on guys. Just because we have money doesn't mean you got to stop working hard finding good players for their bullpen. Like all the Orioles do is pick guys up who are DFA'd, who are cut, who are bagging groceries at fucking Kroger on Saturdays and Sundays, and they come into their bullpen and they can just shove. So I think it's more a testament to how good the O's front office is at this point, based on the Jays' wrongdoing. But they've done it right, and they're going to build a winner for a long time.
They are, and I'm going to say this, and we're talking about building a winner. The people that are saying don't blame Ross Atkins, don't fire Ross Atkins, don't do this, don't do that. He is the fucking guy that built this bullpen. He is the fucking guy that signed Kikuchi, right? That took a chance on a guy to sign him for $16 million first year, $12 million the rest. The people saying don't blame Ross Atkins are fucking out to lunch. He's the dude you're supposed to blame. And I know, listen, I'm the guy that was blaming the manager at the start. Obviously, I didn't like Charlie Montoyo. Everyone knows that if you have a brain. But to say don't blame Ross Atkins, he constructed this fucking team. That's who you fucking blame. That's who you fucking blame. He signed Barrios long term. Barrios has been up and down. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Ross Atkins is the dude you 100% blame. And if the Jays don't make the playoffs this year, I want that motherfucker fired or sent to Mars. Is that crazy to say?
Yeah, I do think it's a little crazy to say because there's so many inadequate front offices in baseball, and I don't think ours is that bad. At what point do we blame it on guys that we've signed a lot of money or invested a lot into underperforming at this point too? Because if Barrios and Bo Bichette are playing how they should be playing, this team is fucking wagon like to this point, right?
Yeah.
The bullpen construction is bad, but that's something you can fix in one off season. So he didn't do his job this year, but I'm not going to give up on a guy who, because he can't build a fucking bullpen.
Okay, well, the argument is look at this system the Jays have. Look at this, look at that. The Toronto Blue Jays have the 21st ranked farm system in baseball. The 21st. And people are talking like he built the farm up. Like he built the greatest farm system in fucking baseball. The Jays are the 26th. All right. So let's pump the brakes on calling this dude the fucking Messiah, for Christ's sakes.
What does Shapiro do at this point? Is he just like a baseball ops guy, or he's just worried about the stadium, all the changes in the stadium?
Yeah, I guess that's what he's dealing with, right?
Did he do it? Oh, fuck's sake, Joey.
Yeah, no, he didn't. Yeah, but what is Shapiro doing anyway? Like, I guess
I almost feel like it's Shapiro making the deals, and then he just tosses Atkins out there to say he's doing all the stuff so he doesn't get a lot of the shit. But who knows what is going on in the front office? I'm not ready to get them out of here as much as I don't really like them that much. We've been able to bring in guys every year they've been here, pretty much, besides the fucking horrible first start of this. So I'm fine with them for right now. And yeah, I don't know. If we have this bullpen again next year, these issues, then we got to start talking.
But we had it last year and it didn't get better. Right?
Do you think we were like totally ready to win last year, or did we?
No, last year was like a holy shit. Like, let's see where we're at. But man, if the Jays don't make the playoffs this year, fuck me,
I don't think
bro.
we got to worry about that. I'm really hoping we don't have to worry about that.
I'll be optimistic. I really will be, but it's just like, man.
Is that actually in your head? The Jays aren't going to make the playoffs?
It's not in my head. I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself because I won't be able to live with myself if they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like it.
Yeah. Preparing for the worst. I understand.
If the Tampa Bay Rays, who haven't been fully healthy the whole year, make it over the Jays, that's an unsuccessful season. Has to be.
Yep. 100%.
And the Rays have Nick Anderson coming back. Wander Franco hasn't been playing at all. He's coming back as well. Tyler Glasnow is going to be coming back. Like, a lot of these dudes are going to start coming back. So the Rays we're seeing right now isn't the fucking Rays that we're going to be seeing in August, like end of August, early September, late September. Like, this is not nowhere near what the team's going to be. So you can't forget about them. Tampa Bay Rays.
Have you seen the Julian Merriweather reports?
What is it?
He's throwing 100 in his rehab appearances.
Did he get a steroid shot?
I don't think so. But
he's throwing 100.
I saw some 99s for sure. I rounded up a little bit to make it sound cooler, but
No, you got to round it up. Of course, I do the
I
same
did
thing.
see 99 a couple times on the old StatCast machine.
Good for him. It would be awesome. It would be awesome to have him back. I want to do the JR. Is Nate Pearson alive?
I have no pulse on Nate Pearson. I do not know what's going on with the big man.
Yeah, free our dog, Nate Pearson. Let's go into some of like the TikTok comments because I made a TikTok about what people want to talk about. I don't understand this question. Can you talk about the differences between the 2015 and 2016 Blue Jay playoff teams and this younger 2022 team, and what the differences are?
Okay, well let's go roster hunting here.
Well, I'm gonna say one of the main differences for sure is just the line, like the roster not being do or die, like not being any really young guys. A lot of the old guns like Bautista, Edwin, Tulo, Donaldson, David Price, Estrada, all these guys that were on that team
Mark
were
Burley.
way older in age. Mark Burley, way older in age. This team is really young. Like this team is still really young, and that's something that I feel like I have to keep reminding myself. Is like, listen,
I'll go through ages here if you want to from this 2015.
Yeah, go for some ages.
Okay, Russell Martin 32, Smoke 28, Gones 27, Jose Reyes was 32. He was gone though, right? Donaldson was 29, Revere's 27, Pilar 26, Batista, Encarnacion 34 and 32. So, and then Tulo was 30 here. So a lot of the guys who were getting a lot of, then Mark Burley 36, Estrada 31, David Price 29, R.A. Dickey 40. So a lot of the guys who were logging a lot of innings for this team, the important innings, were old guys, and we weren't relying. So if we look at our team, how old is the core of Guerrero, Manoah, and Bichette? They have to be under 25, right?
Yeah.
So for me, that's mainly the difference. We're relying on young guys who, I wouldn't say those Blue Jays players had really gone through it before because they didn't really win much before that.
Burley did.
Yeah, he did. He was did he win a World Series?
Yeah, with the White Sox, man.
Yep. Yeah, he did. And then
yeah,
I guess Russell Martin was in some stuff, but other than that, it's just old guys versus young guys. And I guess it's easy to say that the experience wins out in that sense, but I don't know if I really believe it. Like you need to get the experience at some point.
Yeah, and this is not loser talk, like what I'm about to say here. It's Jays fans. What I catch myself, like I mentioned earlier, I need to understand this. This year is not World Series or bust. This team is still very, very young. They still have tons of years left on their contract. This, in my opinion, this season is playoff or bust. It's playoffs or bust. Get that experience under the belt. That's obviously like the standpoint that the man and GM's looking at because they didn't go make big time like holy shit, I have to make a move at the deadline. This offseason, we're going to see some massive moves. Next trade deadline, we're going to see some massive moves. That's the time the Jays are going to do it. This year, it's let's get a playoff game under our belt. Let's get a playoff series under our belt.
Let's win a series.
Yeah, let's win a series maybe. But that's what I have to realize. That's what a lot of Toronto sports fans have to realize. This team is so young. It's not the Leafs, right? The Leafs have like not a lot of years left with Matthews, Marner, Johnny T, all these guys, right? This team is so young still. We get caught up in the Toronto sports fandom where it's World Series championship or bust. It's not right now. It's really not right now. Get the guys their experience in the playoffs and let's fucking go. That's what I have to understand.
I think it's next year with because Teoscar's on the last year of his deal next year, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's next year is the first year of World Series or bust for this team.
100%. I agree. I 100% agree.
But this team can win a World Series this year. It's baseball.
No.
You don't think we can?
I'm sorry, they can't. No, not with this bullpen.
You don't. Okay, sure. But take the bullpen out of it. This team is talented enough to win a World Series this year.
On paper, yes. On paper, this lineup, this roster has no business not being a top 4 World Series favorite.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And this season will now, like, if the Jays make the playoffs and lose whatever in the first round or in the wild card series, I'm not going to call it an unsuccessful season. But what I will always think of is like, what could have been? What would have happened if Jose Barrios showed up? What would have happened if Kikuchi was half decent? What would have happened if Like, I don't know if this bullpen, if the guys pitched a little bit better out of that bullpen, like
what if we had John Schneider the whole year?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a lot of what ifs this year. That's what I genuinely do think. But yeah, it's not World Series or bust. It's really fucking frustrating losing like Odor hitting a 3-run nuke.
I was honestly going to bring that up. How fucking he's one of the best baseball players of all time in clutch situations, but the worst baseball player of all time in situations that don't matter at all. So
I fucking hate him. I still hate him so much, but you got to be honest, he's electric. You got to be honest with yourself. He's electric.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. So I'm going to go through like the ages. We know the ages of the guys on this team, like Kirk 23, Vlad 23, Espinal 27, Bichette 24, Chapman's 29, Lourdes is 28, George Springer's 32, Teoscar 29, and then like Tappy's 28, 27, 27, 29. Whit Merrifield's 33, the oldest guy we have. Jackie Bradley's only 32. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
We're not there. The roster composition is really different compared to the 2015 team.
Very different. Very different. And it's at like, I would say the Orioles are like a one-off because they are performing way, way above what they thought they would be in the year 2022. Like, especially with all their prospects. And by the way, front of the pod, Terran Vavra is a freak. He's hitting 400.
I don't even know
who that is.
No.
He was like one of the top prospects for the Rockies. Got traded to the Orioles for fuck all.
Nice.
And yeah, now he's just raking. I think he just hit a triple tonight to tie the game against the Red Sox. So, yeah, man, they just keep finding dudes in this Orioles system that just keep raking and raking and raking, and it pisses me off because I would love a Jays guy. Speaking about prospects, let's go into this. I texted this to you. Is it crazy to say, and kind of sad, that Ricky Tiedemann is better than 3 fucking quarters of the Toronto Blue Jays pitching staff, and he's only 19 years old? Is that crazy? Is that the craziest thing to say?
No, I don't think it is. So rotation wise, he's not better than Gausman. He's not better than Manoah. I think Barrios probably, when he's on, is better than Ricky Tiedemann at this point. So he'd be our 4 right now as a 19-year-old, which is nuts.
Yeah, he would be the 4. It is true. The only weird thing about that is like, if just me being kind of like the dumb fan, if you look at me and you're like, do you want Jose Barrios starting game 3, or do you want Ricky Tiedemann going game 3? Let's give the fucking young buck a shot, because he clearly doesn't give a fuck. Like, no. He's carving in Double-A, and he's the youngest. I think they came out with that. He's the youngest dude in Double-A right now.
Really?
Yeah, I think I could be wrong on that, but someone did say that. I did hear that on the radio or online, that he's the youngest dude.
It could be like in his league too, but
in his league, but it's still wild.
Yeah, for sure. But for me, look at what the Braves have done. Michael Harris, they brought up straight from Double-A, right? Who was the guy yesterday? Why do I forget his name? I did a fucking video on him today.
Vaughn Grissom.
Vaughn Grissom, yes. Bring him up from Double-A. That's fucking Alex Anthopoulos masterclass. I miss that guy so goddamn much.
He doesn't give a fuck, dude.
Oh, man.
He doesn't give a flying fuck. He will call dudes up like it's nobody's business. He doesn't give a fuck what ranked prospect you are. He's calling your ass up.
And we're limiting Ricky Tiedemann's innings already, which is fine with the young guy, but why don't we just fucking start his clock in the big leagues at this point? You only have
You're not wrong, man.
You only have so many bullets in his arm. How much more polish is he going to get? It was like Alek Manoah. I understand Alek Manoah was a 4-year guy as a senior, so it was the big fight Jared and I had was how much better can he get striking out everyone in AAA? He can't really get much better. Ricky, you can polish some things, but if this is next year or the year after, there's no reason for him not to really.
I'm saying next year. I think
he gets a call up in July.
In spring training, he's going to be competing for a starting spot. I could genuinely say that. I could genuinely say that. If the Jays don't make any big time acquisitions in the offseason, Ricky Tiedemann might be the number 4 or 5 guy in this rotation. right?
Yeah, I would love that. I think that would be awesome. Who's the other one? Zulueta is the reliever who's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. Zulueta.
He should be in this conversation when the rosters expand in September to make a playoff roster if he pitches well as well. I don't
I
think
could just
that's
yeah,
also crazy.
I think I think Zulueta is like a name that I just keep hearing. It's like, call the motherfucker up. Like,
Yeah.
how like why do I keep hearing about Zulueta, Zulueta this, Zulueta that? What good? And you mentioned the pitch clock on the arm and stuff like that, right? It's like, dude, I just don't understand. And there's been instances when guys been called up too early and it's affected their confidence and shit like that. But dude, I just don't understand letting people rot in the minor leagues, bro. Like, the only way you could get better is pitching against the best. That's it. Pitching against the best. And Ricky Tiedemann is clearly, like, his first appearance in Double A, he didn't give a flying fuck. He just carved. He's just like, he's so good. And the fact that he's 19 in Double A, is mind-boggling. Like, dude came out of high school last year.
College. He went to college for a year.
Oh, college, sorry. Yeah, college. He went JUCO, right?
Yeah. California JUCO. I haven't looked at any of his numbers, but yeah, they're talking about impresses in Double A debut. Yeah, 6 days ago. This fucking guy, man, is incredible. And there's some dudes in like Dunedin who are really good too.
It's like,
So
call them all up.
Honestly, let's just switch bullpens, man. What did he do? What did he do in Double A? What is this line here? This is the worst article of all time. 3 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts. I mean, Kikuchi can't do that in Double A. He won't do that.
No chance.
He was the AAA Player of the Week though when he was down here.
People do forget that he was AAA Player of the Week. But I gotta bring this up. I saw this hilarious tweet the other day. It's who's winning in a 5 at-bat competition, Kikuchi or Bradley Zimmer, head to head. Who are you taking?
I'm putting all my money on Kikuchi. I don't think it's close.
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's close at all. You
really?
would trust Bradley Zimmer?
But Bradley Zimmer might go 0 for 0 with 5 walks.
Who's that a win for then? Bradley Zimmer, I guess?
I don't know, but it's a crazy hypothetical. I can see one at bat. I can see the at bats going like this: walk, nuke,
whoa,
punch out.
Bradley Zimmer went a full month without a hit, dude. I mean, I get it. He didn't play a ton. But...
Why is Bradley Zimmer here though? When the Jays have Jackie Bradley now?
That is weird. Yeah, Otto Lopez we haven't seen him play ever, but he's up and down nonstop.
That's what I'm saying about the front office. Like, what the fuck are they doing, dude? Why is Otto Lopez up here? Why is Bradley Zimmer still on this team when you have Jackie Bradley Jr., who's one of the best defensive outfielders in a long time? I mean, World Series champ, obviously. Like, what the fuck are they doing with Bradley Zimmer?
So this is bad news for old Brad Zim here. Kikuchi against lefties, he only has an opponent batting average of 164. Righties is 263, but 164. Let's look at old Brad. What he hits against lefties. I'm going to guarantee it's not very good.
So what do you do with Kikuchi? That's one of the main questions that have been in our TikTok.
They're gonna let
comments.
him. Oh my God, Bradley Zimmer's hitting 091 against lefties this year.
Okay, so we just solved that. So Bradley Zimmer's going 0 for 5.
I think we could probably point out who he got the hits off of too. He only has 2 hits against lefties this year.
Jesus H Christ, bro. That's not great. So now this is the question that's also in our TikTok comments is what are you doing with Kikuchi if you're John Schneider right now? Are you
have to leave him
to a pen?
The upside is better than any other guy they're going to bring up, right?
Yes, but let's say it's getting down to crunch time in September and you need like a 3-man, 4-man rotation to start going. And you mentioned Kikuchi, how good he is against lefties, right? Like maybe that's a guy you bring out of the bullpen to face lefties in the lineup.
Yeah, no, it's not a horrible idea. But the thing with him that we always forget is how bad he is in the first inning.
Maybe you could throw a simulated game in the bullpen.
Get Zach Collins out to the bullpen and put on a helmet and take some hacks. And the
Bradley Zimmer can get some ABs. Like the whole gang could get some ABs.
Yeah.
The whole gang can get some ABs. But Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with Kikuchi, man. I really don't. Like,
John Schneider said he's going to let him cook for as long, I guess.
why though?
Because he doesn't have anyone else. The front office isn't going to give him anyone else to pitch. Who is he going to put out there realistically? Zach
Casey
Puck?
Lawrence.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's
What else can you say? It's like you got to give this guy a pat on the back or something. Handshake. Come on, brother.
someone asked me, I have a hot take for this. What is your ideal playoff rotation? 3-man rotation in the playoffs. I'm going to go first. Manoah, Gossman, Ross Stripling.
Ooh.
That's my playoff rotation ideal. That's my ideal playoff rotation. Manoah, Gossman, Ross Stripling, Kikuchi in the bullpen, whatever the fuck. Who just throw him in a 9-1 game in the playoffs. I don't care, but I don't want him anywhere near a playoff.
Are you saying a 3-man rotation or 4-man?
Yeah,
rotation?
three-man rotation.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Ross Stripling has so much experience coming out of the pen. I think it's vital in the playoffs to have a guy like that. And I trust him more than Kikuchi with my life. So I'd go Gosman's my 1, Manoah's 2, Barrios is going to be 3, and then Stripling and maybe Kikuchi in there. I don't even think Kikuchi makes a playoff roster at this point in the season.
Could you imagine?
Do you honestly, do you think he does?
That would be wild. That would be fucking wild.
Well, he definitely doesn't make the roster for the 3-game set in the wild card. No chance.
No, no chance. I think. Does he though? Do you think he does? Out of an arm out of the bullpen that can throw to lefties? Like
no,
you mentioned?
you have Stripling. You have Stripling who can do that. It's
a good point.
I really don't think he makes it the playoff roster, the wild card. Do you want to make a bet on it? Like, not against you, but like if he makes the playoff, we'll wear fucking like Japanese outfits to the.
If he makes the playoff roster, I will get the "We Print What You Want" boys to print us shirts with Kikuchi's face on it.
Yeah,
we'll wear that to the game. We'll wear that to the playoff game. Kikuchi.
There we go.
I genuinely think you're right though. In a 3-game playoff set, you have no need for him.
No.
Like, you really don't, because Barrios is going to be the 3. I hate to say it, especially because you have no fucking idea what this guy's going to do, but he's going to be the 3. Fuck, yeah. Kikuchi's, yeah. Can you know how 16 million man on the fucking bench, not dressing for the playoff?
Yeah, healthy scratch. Him and Justin Hall together.
Justin Hall, yep, legend, Leafs legend. But yeah, it just I don't know what to do with this guy anymore. I can't fucking watch it. I can't.
No, it's bad to watch. He's getting into my Anthony Banda. I forget who the other one I said I wouldn't watch if they're on the mound ever again. But
I don't know actually who said.
It was the guy that did all the crosses and stuff. Why do I forget his name? He's gone too.
It's not Lawrence.
No, it's definitely.
People are punching their car stereos right now. They know exactly who it is. I don't know who it is.
It was Banda and someone else.
Whatever. Whoever the fuck it was.
I'll look it up right now.
He was terrible.
Kikuchi's getting to that point where if he pitches, I don't watch because it makes me feel better. Does it? Like, I don't think I'm wrong on that.
Yeah. This is another good question. And this is something maybe I'll clip it, but this is a great question here. It's from one of our listeners. It's in the off season, if you have the chance to get a good arm, like a good, like a solid 3-4 starter, who are you giving up? Lourdes Gurriel.
It was Beasley.
Or Teoscar Hernandez.
Jonathan Beasley.
Yeah. Lourdes Gurriel or Teoscar Hernandez. Who are you more comfortable giving up where it's like, all right, I can let this guy go, but it's going to hurt a fuck ton? For like a number 3 starter, though. A number 3 starter.
Lourdes. I answered the question on YouTube right away. For me, it's a no-brainer. I think Teoscar Hernandez provides way more value. We have if this lineup is constructed as it was meant to be constructed, as Lourdes hitting the 6 hole, right? Or 7 hole, something like that. Yeah. As a guy who can just kind of slap singles around. I think Teoscar has way more value as a guy who can play decent right field, like when he hustles hard, but he's way more important with the bat than I think Lourdes is. So for me, I'm fine giving it up for a third guy.
It's just Lourdes is when he's streaky, bro. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah, that's the problem, though. You have to kind of separate those things. That's why like being in the front office is a helpless, thankless job. You have to separate that because I'm sure they love him too. He's one of my favorite players.
He's a nightmare on the base pass, though. He is
Yeah.
a nightmare on
Yeah,
the base.
he's really
He has
bad.
he genuinely has no idea what he's doing. No, he seriously doesn't.
I think we're a bad base running team in general.
Yeah. I don't know who has to get fired, but this base running is absolutely fucking atrocious. Would be nice. Like, it's terrible.
Charlie Montoyo needs to be fired for the base running. I'll say it.
Yeah, true. Fire Charlie Montoyo again. Fire his ass again. Fuck it.
People saying John Schneider needs to be fired too.
I don't think those people are trolls, right?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, those people are trolls.
I can't believe I said that. Speaking of getting duped, Jeremy Roach is just all-time guy for getting fucking duped. That shit he sent us today.
It wasn't even like the font wasn't even remotely close. And I'll break it down. So what happened? Jeremy Roach. One of the worst things. It was a Photoshop picture of a Little League World Series kid, and the caption was, "This is getting out of control." And it said his favorite athlete or whatever
actress
was favorite actor was
it was Alexis Texas.
Alexis Texas, yeah,
the porn star,
and it wasn't even remotely near. Like the font wasn't even. It looked like a 12-year-old photoshopped it. And JR sent it to us. What did he say? This is getting ridiculous, something like that. What did he say?
Yeah, I think that's the exact words he used.
It's like JR, dude, like a 2-year-old.
The people who say they are just kids, ha 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 ha. That's what he said. I think he's clapping back at the people who liked the hug on the mound.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, because he called me on the way to the golf course to talk about just that, because that team ended up losing. I forget.
So let's talk about that. If you are, this is so fucking cute. He's hugging the kid after you stand on first base. You let that fucking kid have a mental breakdown on the mound, and you let him melt. You let him fucking melt, and your team wins. And after the game, you can console him and say you're all right. It's crazy to me. It's like, why don't we just hand out fucking awards to everyone? Why don't we just make them the Little League World Series champions because of the sportsmanship there? It's not the wildest take to have, but it's like, dude, he just hit you in the fucking head. Let him have a meltdown on the mound and let's win the fucking ball game.
So that team won the game. The pitching team that the guy gave him the hug for, I think they won 12-4, Jer said. But that is one of the weirdest moves. Did you go to Cooperstown ever?
Yeah, I went to Cooperstown. I went 0-9. My team went 0 for with no wins, 10 losses in Cooperstown. We came in 101st place out of 103.
That's so bad. I played on a team with like Naylor and those good. I didn't play a ton, but I hit 2 home runs there in the week, and they give you high fives as you run the bases.
It's the most appalling shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, and we as a team did not do that because that's not what anyone in our area had ever been taught when they were playing. Like Naylor was swearing at other kids on the field. We weren't. I think of Josh Naylor, he's crazy. Like he's a lunatic. He's a lunatic. I think if Josh Naylor saw one of us give a high five to a player on another team after they hit a home run, they wouldn't have made it out of the barracks that night. Like they would have been hung by their throat. It would have been over.
It's crazy, and the fact that he went out of his way like that after he got hit in the fucking face. Console. It's like, and the pitcher didn't give a fuck about you. He didn't follow you to first base. He just stood on the mound, and you had to be like, listen, you could be 10 years old, and I still think that's the most cringeworthy shit I've ever seen. Like, was that not cringy as fuck?
Yeah, and it was a way too long of a hug. It was weird. When you're that age, you don't really know how to express your emotions. I guess not throwing shit everywhere. So he just cried on the mound. I didn't like it. I'll say it. It ruined my day a little bit.
Yeah, it was a day ruiner, and that's why I never went to the Little League World Series, because shit like that.
Our boy Justin Deneen, who loves you, that we're gonna meet, he's a Little League World Series Williamsport alum.
Wow, what an honor! So is Alejandro Kirk memes.
No way.
Yes, shout out if you're listening to this, Alejandro Kirk memes. He is. It's crazy to say he is a grizzled vet when it comes to Little League World Series. So credit. I could be wrong on that, but I think I creeped him one time and he was there. So good for him.
He's from BC though, right? I know there was a team from BC with those two like twins who are decent. I don't know if that's the same year, but they're from out there. Maybe that was
okay. So everyone asked me, this is another good comment. So I guess I can maybe, I'm not clip this, but What is the meaning behind Gate 14? That's a question that was brought up. So listen, when I was a kid, I always used to enter, and I showed you where I used to park, which is like right on Blue Jays Way. When I would be going to the Rogers Center, the first thing that I would see was the Gate 14 with those fans, like the gold fans coming out of the walls, like I think they're called. I forgot what they're called,
They're
but
like the Watchers or
yeah,
something.
the Watchers they're called, or something like that. So when I was a kid, my fondest memory of going to Jays games, I used to go to like 15 games a year when I was a kid. I used to go to a shit ton. I used to always see that Gate 14 sign with that. And that's like, if you're a Jays fan, you know exactly what we're talking about when we're talking about Gate 14. You exactly know the Watchers. You know there's a hot dog stand to the left. There's always cops in front of the hotel. You know it. If you're a true Jays fan, Gate 14 is where it's popping off. Everything's going on down there. So that's the meaning behind it. I mean, there's not really any sentimental value about like besides that, I guess. But yeah, it's like that's like the first impression that I got when I was a kid going to Jays games was seeing the Gate 14 and like the hot dog stand, everything. So that's why that's the name of the show.
The only memorable thing I have is like Junior Jay's Saturdays, and we weren't going to call the podcast that. So
That would have been embarrassing. Junior Jays. Could you imagine we called ourselves? The TikTok comments would have been outlandish. The Junior Jays. Another comment. How JR fucks.
yeah. Okay.
Assuming doggy. JR.
In his boss's bed. That was all I know.
What a goat.
Yeah, that did
the
happen.
king. The man doesn't miss. Shout out JR. But
orders. Shout out to JR for the orders, and we're getting a new website.
That's just confirmed. Yeah, that's just gonna happen.
Kyle Roach has had enough of what Jeremy can do, his capabilities, so he's gonna get in the lab for us. And K Roach, he's the man, the best Roach brother, maybe.
Yeah, maybe the goat of Roach brothers. But yeah. Shout out the website's gonna be a little bit better, obviously. You don't have to text us your fucking sizes. But yeah, appreciate everyone that ordered so far. I think it's a decent amount actually. I got a pretty good amount of DMs. But yeah, we do appreciate it. And I think we have to end it soon because we have to make the orders with we print what you want and stuff like that. So we're gonna try to get that. I think next week we're gonna say like this is the last chance here to order and stuff like that. But it's gonna be sick. I'm actually fired up to see this shit. It's gonna be all time. So thank you guys for buying all that stuff. I can't wait to see it at Jays games and shit. Just seeing guys rocking the Gate 14 gear. It's gonna be all time.
We'll repost anything if you're wearing the merch. That'll be repost on Insta, no doubt.
Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
One guy that I can't escape, by the way, seeing on my timeline is Zach Campbell. Is that like it for you too? He catches balls everywhere. He's the fucking Lana Rhodes of Major League Baseball. The guy is,
on Twitter or on TikTok?
It's just everything. TikTok, Twitter. He's on my YouTube. It's like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I don't think I've ever seen a Zach Campbell thing on my. The only one I saw was when Zach Campbell said he needs to come to the Rogers Center when it's renovated, and someone said "fuck no" or something. Someone tagged us in that. That was really
so
funny.
all time, just such an all time like, fuck no.
I guess we started this off with Zach Campbell at the start as well.
Yeah, we've always been Zach Campbell haters, so we've stayed true to our word on that. But
yeah, as soon as he brushed you over when you're 6 years old, that's
when I fucking stitches and shit. I will say this: we got to give credit when credit's due. Bo Bichette had himself a week. Yeah. Bo Bichette had himself a motherfucking week. Our king.
It was nice to see. How much did we roast him? Was it that much? But
I don't think we roasted him that bad, man.
No, we know what he's capable of from last year, but maybe that's his highest ceiling he'll ever get. But it was impressive. It just feels like he misses on a lot of swings now. But clutch home runs, 2 against Baltimore on Tuesday, which was awesome. Oppo, he just does the lean back and bat flings back behind him too after he hits them. They were impressive. He had an awesome week. It was good to see because we need Bo Bichette to be a producer on this team if he's going to hit where he's going to hit and play at okay shortstop.
Yeah, that game where he had 2 home runs was like, oh my god, this is the Bo of last year. And we got to also realize, man, he's 24 years old. Like he is 24 fucking years old. And maybe we shouldn't have traded a shortstop in his prime. Maybe we should looking back on it, yes, that was very dumb of us to even suggest that. For Juan Soto, maybe not really, because he's been just on the loose with the Padres, just fucking hitting 370.
No,
But
you trade Bichette for Soto every time. You know that.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm saying like if you're bringing that up for like a starting pitcher, like a big starting pitcher or whatever, no, I wouldn't do that.
Did you say that you were fine to
No,
trade?
no. I said that for Soto, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'd trade Bo now. Just based off like he's 24. Maybe we are really hard on. I know we're hard on him, obviously, but it's expected when you hit 29 home runs. Fuck, man. Like, yeah.
Is there any prospects you're excited to see come up when the rosters expand in September? Because I want Gabriel Moreno to come up again and play a little DH for us.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see Matthew Gage. What is the deal with Matthew Gage, by the way?
I don't know. We lost a left-handed reliever, didn't we?
Yes. Tim Mesa's injured. Let's not call up. The Jays have no lefties in the lineup, and they're in the bullpen. No lefties. It's a dream.
Yeah, I don't get it. Oh, the O's are losing. Nice.
4-3. Yeah, that's the O's, dude. They just like the J tomorrow. I'm gonna mark it right here. You're hearing me say it. Tomorrow's must win.
No doubt. I
Tomorrow's a must win.
I have to write a preview article for the blog, and I'm definitely gonna toss Jays in there. Minus 175, so I'll probably take something else. But
the Jays tomorrow are must win. Not crazy to say. And yeah, hopefully Bradley Zimmer is gone by the next time this drops. I mean, Jackie Bradley, by the way, I don't hate that acquisition at all.
Yeah, he is by having a weird year with the bat. It's not really Jackie Bradley-esque, and he shouldn't have been.
Maybe he needed a change of scenery. Some are saying.
Maybe he does look weird in the Blue Jays uniform because you're so used to seeing him in Boston.
So weird, so fucking weird in the Jays jersey.
But honestly, if he's not going to get at bats, I don't know if he's an upgrade over Bradley Zimmer in what we need him for. Because Bradley Zimmer plays good defense and can run. Jackie Bradley can't run as well or play as good defense, but definitely a better bat.
This is completely off topic, by the way, but the summer of Johnny is on hold.
Ooh.
The AC does not work again.
No,
I didn't get it fully fixed. Like I didn't get it fully fixed. They just put the fuse back in, but it's on and off.
God damn it, dude.
What I need is the fan. Like it's gonna get fixed next week, but what I needed was the fan to be fixed, and the fan didn't get fixed. They just put the fuse in, so it's on and off. Moral story is the AC is not back. Summer Johnny is on hold. It doesn't work.
And the Blue Jays suck again.
And the Blue Jays suck again. But yeah, this weekend is must win. I'm going to say it. Tomorrow, Cal Quantrill on the mound. Very good guy. I'm excited to see. He's pitching, I think the first time he's pitched at the Rogers. No, he did it on the Padres maybe. But tomorrow is going to be a weird game. I could see the Jays losing tomorrow with Barrios on the mound. I really can't. I hate to say it, but tomorrow's a must motherfucking win baseball game. Must win.
Yep, should be. Barrios is going to masterclass somehow. He's going to figure it out.
Against the Guardians, then he just gets shelled on by other teams. He doesn't make any
And the Guardians don't strike out a lot too, so it'll be weird to see him strike out 15 guys tomorrow. Be like, where did that come from?
I just can't wait to see Jose Ramirez. He's so good, dude.
Yeah, Naylor too. He's back, so
yeah, that's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be a family reunion for Quantrill, Naylor, everyone. So. But I'm going to say the Jays win the series 2-1. 2-1 because we're skipping Kikuchi.
Oh, yeah. We only play 3 games. Skipping Kikuchi's huge for the program. We're pumped about that.
Do you think Kikuchi saw the rain delay and he's like, oh, fuck. He's like,
there you go.
Shit.
Yeah, I need to get in another side session is what he said. So we should have all our dudes for this one then, right?
It's going to be Barrios, Gossman, Manoah, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right. 2-1 then, because The Jays find a way to lose pretty much every way possible.
No. I said the wrong.
Oh no, who do we have to
Barrios, Mitch White, Gossman.
Yeah, that's not
Mitch
Alec
White
Manoah.
versus Tristan McKenzie. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers to the Blue Jays.
Tristan McKenzie pitched sick against the Astros.
He has a 3.31 ERA.
Yeah. Someone said he was the best young pitcher in baseball.
Manoah. Manoah exists.
Yeah. I had to do the old hands up. Whoa. I think he's really good, but that kind of shocked me.
Manoah does exist. So
Shane McClanahan isn't much older, is he?
Yeah, McClanahan too. Fuck.
Dylan Cease, by the way, has the lowest ERA in 14 starts since 1900. I think I saw today.
And he lost today. Yeah. The White Sox are the worst team I've ever seen. They suck.
I did a tier list video on YouTube, and I put none of the AL Central teams as playoff caliber. They were all like
the Twins
fun,
suck.
Unserious, or poverty. So that's
not going to come back to bite you in the ass. Don't worry. That's
no, especially when the Jays lose to one of them. But I wasn't chirping them. I was just saying the division's bad. The O's would be leading that division at this point.
That's. The O's would be first place in the Central. Yeah. I say you scrap the divisions, just do NHL style. Old NHL style.
Old NHL style was electric.
Yeah. 1 versus 6.
Well, that's kind of what we do already. Because the old NHL 1, 2, and 3, right, would still be up there, even if they had less points.
Yeah, fuck, that is true.
So I think we do that style, honestly.
They do. Yep, they definitely do. It's just, just get the Central, just send them to Mars. Like, send them down to fucking AAA, bro. Like,
they win a playoff series, I'm gonna kill myself.
If they win a playoff series, we got issues.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I guess they'd play like the O's or the Rays. The Rays should beat the brakes off them.
Oh yeah, especially fully healthy.
Yeah.
Scary. But so I'm gonna say the Jays go 2-1 this week. If they lose this series, we're in nightmare meltdown mode.
You know who's in meltdown mode is the New York fucking baseball Yankees.
Yeah, they suck. I'm not even like they stink. They fucking suck.
Yeah, we can make up some ground. We were only 9.5 back. We're probably 10 again.
Well, imagine if we won games, we'd be like what 6.5 right now.
That'd be a nice little swing for us.
But no, not thinking ever good can happen in Toronto land. I'm trying to be optimistic, people. I really am, but it's hard to be. It's hard to be in these streets. It really is hard to be. And so what was I gonna say?
We need to go to a game soon too.
Yeah, to be honest, dude, I kind of want to go to that Saturday game. If it's not Mitch White, the Sunday game is the game to go to. Kevin Gossman versus Shane Bieber.
Oh, that's sick.
Whoa.
Shane Bieber, future Blue Jay. According to Roach, he loves him.
Jeremy Rosenthal.
Jeremy Rosenthal. Oh, we play the O's and the Yankees next week, and then is it the Red Sox after?
I didn't realize
we're in this now.
Yeah, it hit us like I think we were talking about this like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
the Jays are in it now.
O's, Guardians, O's, Yankees, Red Sox.
Fuck.
Angels. So
for the listeners, this is crunch time. These next 2 weeks, and I'm not over exaggerating. We're in August now. All right.
This is going to be the end of August when this is done too.
Yeah. These next 2 weeks are massive, maybe the biggest weeks of the season for the Toronto Blue Jays. Or you got the Guardians, like you said, Orioles, Yankees, Red Sox. 4 massive series with playoff implications with every team you're playing. So next time we talk to you guys, when we talk to you guys in 2 or 3 weeks, we're either going to be like, holy fuck, this team is all the way back, or this team has no business being in the playoffs. I genuinely don't think it's going to be an in-between. I seriously don't.
I think there'll be an in-between. If we go 500, it's kind of shit. But should beat the Red Sox. should beat the Guardians. Yankees are stumbling right now, and then I think we're better than the O's. So without a winning record, I'm disappointed in
How
these
many
2
games
weeks.
is that? How many games is that? Let's say a prediction on what would be good.
Okay. 3 with the Guardians. 1, 2, 3. 3 with the O's.
13. Your math is just terrible. It's 13
I mean, I'm
games.
swiping through fucking the
I was
score
doing
day
that
by
too.
day.
13. I was on the same app as you. 13 games against all playoff teams that are in the playoff hunt or in the playoffs already. I think if the Jays go 8-5, it was a successful swing.
I was going to say
That's
the
the goal.
exact same thing. I was going to say
8-5. If the Jays go 0-5 in that stretch, it's fucking go time. The boys are back.
Yep.
Because if they go 6-7, yikes. That's nightmare fuel.
And you're losing games too with immediate competitors in the O's and the Yankees. So the games behind goes kind of to shit if you were losing
because they gain ground off it. Gain ground off it. And the Orioles gained 2 games on the Jays this week. As much as you hate to say it, they gained 2 games on the Jays. Swept the Jays. Jays lost 2. It still looks greasy seeing beside the Jays number second in the AL East. This isn't a second in the AL East team right now. It's wild to say they aren't.
You think the O's are the second best team in the AL East?
Right now, yes.
They might be the best team in the AL East.
True. Who, in your opinion, who's the best team in the American League right now? Astros are struggling.
The Astros, I think, are far and away.
You think it's just Astros and then the rest? Like,
yeah, teams go up and down. It's like, unless it's months that they're bad, I can't really say that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
It's a good point.
But then you look at the NL, and the Dodgers are just so goddamn good. They've lost 33 games.
The Reds almost lost that in an entire month.
Yeah.
They had to, yeah. It's the Dodgers, and then Gallo goes there and he's just raking. It's like, fuck me.
But we knew that was if Gallo was a Blue Jay, I would have loved that.
Yeah. Me too. Good left-handed bat.
Not Bradley Zimmer.
Not Bradley Zimmer, left-handed bat. Yeah, Avery, you brought a good point there, man. But it's we're getting crunch time, folks. It's no more fuck arounds on. You can't be giving away games anymore, fellas. You can't be giving away games anymore. It's crunch time. So buckle up. We'll be buckled up, obviously. We'll be dialed in on this. Appreciate everyone that ordered the merch. Love you guys. Avery, what was your series prediction?
2-1.
2-1. 2-1 Jays. I say we win. The Mitch White Gossman starts. I say we lose tomorrow. No, I said tomorrow's must win. Never mind.
Well, they can
tomorrow
still lose
we
the must win.
Tomorrow we win the must win.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we win and win the series. I think the Mitch White versus Tristan McKenzie is just automatic L.
No, I believe in Mitch White.
No, I don't. But that's fine. Optimistic Johnny's done. It's crunch time, folks. 13-game stretch here. Let's buckle the fuck up. Let's win back-to-back series here. Let's gain some ground. Do you remember when the Jays were like 3 games up on the wild card, like +3? They're pretty much like 5 games up. I was like, let's fucking go. And they lost it.
Yeah, I was buying my playoff tickets for a home playoff series already.
Yeah, but now we can't. Now we got to actually buckle up and hopefully, we got to see some shit. But as always, man, appreciate all the listeners. And we will be doing another Bet99 boost tomorrow. I don't know what it is exactly. I'm hoping it's Alejandro Kirk bases in the Jays money line because that would just be, the people would love it.
Yeah.
So if it is, ride it. Love the boys. And make sure you're betting this, man. Like, listen, this is what's going to make us be able to do more fun shit. You guys bet on this stuff. So make sure you're riding with us. And we're due. We're statistically due. We're 0-2. Yep. We're due to win tomorrow with Alejandro Kirk and the Jays money line. So ride it. And everyone that purchased the merch, love you guys. And by the way, Downtime Clothing, what I mentioned, the bullpen catcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, he has a massive promo code for us. I believe it's 30% off of all the stuff. And the socks there are the most insane comfortable socks. I wear them all the time. Downtime Clothing socks. I might order like 6 pairs and just wear them every week, every day. G14's the promo code. If you want to show some love to to Jordan, man, he's a legend. and he's really helping us out with this promo code. It's a massive deal. He wants to get into the Canada market. So if you want to do it, ride it with the boys. But the merch being live now is electric too. So let's fucking go. Gate 14 to the moon. Love you guys.